What if I told you that looking older has nothing to do with wrinkles or gray hair, and everything to do with your blouse? Yes, really. I've worked with hundreds of women over 50 and 60, and I can tell you. The right top can either highlight your natural glow or completely overshadow it. The worst part, most of us don't even realize it's happening. We wear certain colors or styles simply because they're comfortable or on sale, but those very pieces might be making us feel invisible. If you've ever stood in front of your closet and thought, I used to love this top, why doesn't it feel right anymore? You're not alone. Our bodies change, our confidence evolves, and so should our wardrobe. But here's the good news. This video isn't about criticizing your style. It's about helping you reconnect with it. Today, I'm going to walk you through 7 common blouse mistakes that many women over 50 make, and more importantly, I'll show you easy, elegant alternatives that feel authentic, age-appropriate, and completely you. And trust me, by the end of this, you won't be chasing trends. You'll be creating your own. Part 1. When your blouse is louder than you are, the problem with bright, harsh colors. Let's have a heart-to-heart here. Just because a color is bold doesn't mean it's beautiful on you. And just because it caught your eye in the store doesn't mean it deserves a place in your closet. You see, one of the most common mistakes I see women over 50 make is thinking that wearing loud colors, like neon pinks, electric yellows, or lime green, will somehow make them look more vibrant or youthful. And I totally get where that idea comes from. For years, we've been told that brighter is better. But in reality, harsh colors can actually drown you out. I worked with a woman named Karen, not her real name, who was 58 and one of the most elegant people I've ever met. She had this calm strength about her, this quiet confidence that didn't need to be flashy. But her wardrobe, it was all over the place. Loud prints, clashing colors, tops so bright they practically glowed. And one day she looked at me and said, I feel like I'm dressing for someone else. That's when I knew we had to shift things. Because here's the thing, when your blouse is screaming, no one sees you. They see fabric, they see color. They don't see your face, your eyes, or your energy. And that's a shame because those are your best features. Now, I'm not saying you have to stick to beige and black. Not at all. But the key is to choose colors that frame you, not fight you. Rich, deep tones like wine, slate blue, forest green, soft coral, or pearl gray, they don't wash you out. They lift you up. They bring out the glow in your skin, the sparkle in your eyes, and they make people say, you look amazing, instead of, that's a bright top. And if you still want a little drama or flair, great. Add it through your accessories, a statement necklace, a bold lipstick, a printed scarf, but let your blouse be the background, not the main event. Here's a quick test you can do at home. Hold up a neon top to your face, then try something in a soft, muted shade. Stand in front of a window with natural light. You'll see immediately which one makes you feel more you. The right color doesn't compete with you, it complements you. And that's what style after 50 is really about. You don't need to chase attention. You already have a presence. You just need to wear clothes that reflect it. Coming up next, we're going to talk about another style trap that so many women fall into. It's cozy, it's familiar, and it might even be your go-to on lazy days. But it could be quietly stealing your shape and your confidence. Let's talk about the shapeless blouse and how to replace it with something just as comfortable but far more flattering. Part 2. When comfort goes too far, the shapeless blouse that's hiding you. Let's be honest. We all have that one blouse in our closet that we reach for on tired days, the one that's soft, oversized, and covers everything. Maybe you bought it for running errands, lounging around, or those I'm not in the mood kind of mornings. And look, I'm not here to shame comfort. Comfort is non-negotiable, especially after 50. But here's where it gets tricky, when comfort comes at the expense of your silhouette, your energy, and even your mood. That's what happens with shapeless, oversized tops. You know the kind. It falls past your hips, has no waist, no definition, no structure, it's just fabric. And what happens when you put it on? You disappear, your waistline vanishes, your curves. Gone, your presence, muted. I had a client named Sharon, she's 61, with the most radiant posture and grace. But every time she wore one of these boxy, curtain-like tops, she shrank into the background. She said, it's just easy to throw on. And she was right, it is easy. But she didn't realize that the blouse was sending a message, don't look at me today. And that message couldn't have been further from the truth. You've lived through enough not to hide. You're not here to blend in, you're here to shine in your own quiet, graceful way. So what's the alternative? You don't have to ditch comfort, you just need structure with softness. Look for tops that gently skim your shape. Not tight, not clingy, but thoughtfully tailored. Think soft seams at the waist, a subtle empire cut, or a blouse that falls gracefully along your body instead of hanging like a sheet. Materials matter too. Try fabrics with movement and a bit of weight, like soft crepe, viscose, or even a good quality stretch cotton, and a 3/4 sleeve or a slightly cuffed sleeve. It adds instant polish without trying too hard. I always say this, the right blouse doesn't fight your body, it follows it, and when that happens, something changes. You stand taller, you feel more present, you stop hiding. So the next time you reach for that old standby that covers everything, pause. Ask yourself, is this blouse making me feel like myself, or am I disappearing behind it? In our next segment, we're going to talk about a different kind of visibility, the kind that comes from prints and patterns. Because believe it or not, some blouses are cute for all the wrong reasons. Let's take a closer look at those playful, youthful prints that might be selling you short. Part 3. When cute misses the mark, the trouble with childish prints. Let's talk about prints. Because I know how tempting it can be to grab something playful. A fun little butterfly pattern, a blouse with bright hearts, or maybe one of those tops with quirky phrases like good vibes only. It's lighthearted, it feels youthful, and sometimes we think it adds personality to an outfit. But here's the catch, there's a difference between playful and powerful. I had coffee with a friend recently. She's 55, runs her own business, incredibly sharp, and always on the go. She showed up wearing a blouse covered in oversized cartoon flowers and the word fabulous written across the front in sparkles. And you know what? It didn't match her at all. Not her vibe, not her energy, not the woman she is today. She said, I thought it was fun, but I kind of feel silly in it now. And that's what often happens. These prints might make sense in a store dressing room or in a cute ad online, but when we put them on, something doesn't align. Because deep down, you know you're not here to dress like a teenager. You've lived, you've grown, you've seen the world, and your wardrobe should reflect that. That doesn't mean you have to wear all solids or go neutral all the time. Absolutely not. Prints can still be a beautiful part of your style. The key is choosing patterns that are elegant, not juvenile. So what works? Look for subtle florals, soft geometric shapes, fine stripes, delicate polka dots, or watercolor-inspired patterns. Prints that whisper style instead of shouting for attention. Pair those with richer tones like navy, wine, sage, or coral. Not only are they more flattering, but they also feel grounded and refined. And here's a quick style tip. When in doubt, ask yourself, would I wear this to a nice brunch with friends I respect? If the answer is no, it probably doesn't belong in your closet. Remember, your clothes are telling a story. And that story should be about who you are now, not who you were decades ago, or worse, who some trend says you should pretend to be. Coming up next, we're going to talk about a blouse detail that feels bold and sexy, but often ends up leaving you tugging, adjusting, and second-guessing your outfit all day. Let's talk about deep necklines and how to show confidence without showing too much. Part 4. The neckline struggle when showing too much takes away your power. Let's talk about something that gets tricky for a lot of women, necklines. Now, I've always believed that feeling confident in your skin is beautiful. And if you love showing off your décolletage and it makes you feel amazing, that's wonderful. But here's what I've noticed again and again. A neckline that's too deep can sometimes take away more than it gives. It's not about modesty or rules. It's about how you feel when you walk into a room. And for so many women I've worked with, plunging necklines end up being more of a distraction than a statement. You start off feeling daring, but by the end of the night, you're tugging the fabric up, adding a scarf, or folding your arms in a way that clearly says, I'm not comfortable in this. I remember one woman I styled. Her name was Denise. She was 60, gorgeous, graceful, and full of fire. She showed up to an event wearing this low-cut wrap blouse, and while she looked stunning in photos, she told me afterward, I couldn't focus the whole night. I kept worrying about what might be showing. And that's the part no one talks about. Clothing should make your life easier, not harder. It should let you breathe, stand tall, and enjoy yourself, not spend the evening adjusting, hiding, or second-guessing. So if you've ever worn a low-cut top, and found yourself fidgeting or covering up with a jacket or necklace all night, that top probably wasn't right for you. Now, here's the good news. You don't have to sacrifice femininity or elegance to feel secure. The right neckline can still be flattering, polished, and even a little flirty, without being too revealing. Try a soft V-neck. It draws the eye upward, elongates your neck, and slims your frame. Or go for a scoop neck or boat neck. They beautifully highlight your collarbone and shoulders without showing too much. These cuts make you feel open, graceful, and in control. Because ultimately, it's not about how much skin you show, it's about how much confidence you feel. And when you feel secure in your clothes, you move differently. You smile more. You stop thinking about what you're wearing, and you start living in it. Next up, we're going to look at a trend that used to be off-limits for women over 50, but now seems to be everywhere. Shiny fabrics, sparkles, sequins. The question is, when does a little shimmer become too much? Let's talk about how shine can either elevate your elegance or overpower your presence. Part 5. When shine takes over, why too much glitter can dull your glow. Let's talk about sparkle. Because somewhere along the way, we were told that after 50, we shouldn't wear anything flashy. Then suddenly the pendulum swung in the other direction, and now, we're being told to pile on the sequins, metallics, and glitter like we're headed to a red carpet gala. But here's the real question. Is it enhancing your elegance, or taking all the attention away from it? I had a client named Marlene. She's 63 and absolutely radiant. She walked into our styling session wearing a silver lame blouse that could practically reflect sunlight. The top was beautiful on the hanger, no doubt about that. But once she put it on, I noticed something important. You didn't see her, you saw fabric. It was as if the blouse walked into the room before she did. She looked at me and said, "I thought the shine would make me look vibrant, but now I feel like I'm wearing a costume." That's the thing with overly shiny materials. They reflect light in all the wrong ways. They draw attention to areas you might not want to highlight, and they tend to photograph harshly, which can be especially unflattering under bright lighting or natural sun. And while they can look fun on a rack, they often feel out of sync once you're actually wearing them in real life. So does that mean you should avoid shine altogether? Not at all. But the goal is to soften the shine, not let it steal the show. Instead of head-to-toe metallics, opt for fabrics with a gentle sheen, like matte silk, lightweight satin, or even soft knits with a hint of shimmer woven in. These kinds of materials reflect light just enough to feel elegant, without shouting for attention. One of my favorite looks: a deep blue blouse in a satin finish with subtle sheen at the neckline or cuffs. It catches the light when you move but never overpowers. It's classy, not flashy. If you want a bit more sparkle, try adding shine in small doses. A delicate necklace, a metallic clutch, or earrings with just a touch of glimmer. It's all about balance. Let the shine be a whisper, not a scream. Because the most beautiful thing in any room should always be you, your presence, your energy, your confidence. And no blouse, no matter how sparkly, should take that away. Coming up next, let's talk about one trend that so many women buy into because it looks modern, but ends up being a daily struggle. I'm talking about crop tops, and why short and trendy might be working against your natural grace. Part 6. The crop top problem when trendy leaves you tugging and uncomfortable. Let's talk about crop tops. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I would never wear something that shows my stomach. But here's the thing, not all cropped blouses are midriff-bearing. Some are just shorter than they should be, they end at an awkward spot, right up when you sit, or leave you constantly adjusting and second-guessing your look. And trust me, I've seen it more often than you'd expect. You buy the top because it looks fresh, modern, even flattering on the hanger. But once you move around in it, whether you're reaching for something on a shelf, sitting down at lunch, or walking through a breeze, you suddenly feel exposed. You start pulling it down, layering something over it, or avoiding certain pants because they don't match up just right. I had a client, Julia, who came to me frustrated. She said, "Every top I wear makes me feel like I'm holding my breath." And when we looked at her collection, it made sense. Beautiful tops, great colors, nice materials, but all just a little too short. Not enough length to create balance. Not enough structure to feel secure. The truth is, when a blouse cuts off right below the bust or just above the waistband, it shortens your silhouette. It breaks up the natural line of your body, and instead of elongating you, it makes you feel boxed in. And let's be honest, at this stage in life, we don't have time for clothes that make us feel restricted or nervous. So here's the fix. Look for blouses that hit at the hip or just below it. This length gives your outfit structure, balance, and ease. It elongates your figure without clinging, and it allows you to move freely without worry. Tops with soft pleats, gentle high-low hems, or even wrap styles that tie at the waist all give that extra bit of length and polish. Bonus tip: pair a slightly longer blouse with slim pants or a tapered skirt. The proportions will work with you, not against you. You'll look taller, feel more put together, and best of all, you won't be tugging at your outfit all day. Because clothing should never make you work harder just to feel okay. It should do the work for you, supporting your shape, your lifestyle, and your peace of mind. In the next section, we're going to talk about a style detail most people overlook, but once you fix it, it changes everything. I'm talking about sleeves. Let's take a closer look at why super tight sleeves might be causing more discomfort, and how the right sleeve can set your whole outfit free. Part 7. When sleeves squeeze, how tight arms can drain your energy. Let's talk about something most women don't notice until it's already ruining their day: sleeves that are way too tight. You know the feeling. You slip into a blouse, it fits fine everywhere except the arms, and suddenly your entire mood shifts. You can't lift your arms easily. The fabric digs into your biceps. You feel like you're being held hostage by your own outfit. And even worse, if the material is stiff or unforgiving, every movement becomes a mini workout. Now, here's the problem. So many tops on the market today are designed with slim sleeves, even when the rest of the blouse is flowy. It's like they're trying to cheat proportions or give a sleek look. But for many women over 50, especially those of us with natural muscle tone, a little softness, or just a more lived-in body, tight sleeves are a deal-breaker. I remember one woman I worked with. Her name was Renee. She was 60, tall, stylish, and full of life, but she kept showing up to appointments in beautiful blouses that she couldn't raise her arms in. One day, she laughed and said, "I feel like a mannequin in this thing. I look good standing still, but heaven forbid I have to wave hello or grab my purse." And that's exactly it. If your blouse is limiting your movement, it's limiting your day. And life's too short for that kind of discomfort. So what's the better choice? Go for sleeves that offer ease and movement without looking frumpy. 3/4 sleeves are a lifesaver. Not only are they comfortable, but they also create a flattering line on the arm and instantly add polish. You can also try dolman sleeves, batwing styles, or anything with a softer drape through the shoulder and upper arm. Even a rolled sleeve or a gentle flare can offer style and comfort at the same time. The key is intentional design. When a sleeve is thoughtfully cut, it gives structure without stiffness. It flatters without pinching. And most importantly, it lets you move through your day feeling like yourself. Because let's face it, if you're adjusting your sleeves every 5 minutes or avoiding raising your arm, you're not focusing on the moments that matter. And that's what style should be about: supporting your life, not distracting you from it. Now that we've walked through these 7 common blouse mistakes, let's wrap things up with a few powerful reminders and a little encouragement to start showing up as your most confident self, one outfit at a time. We've covered 7 blouse mistakes that might be holding you back without you even realizing it. But here's the truth: your clothes should work for you, not against you. They should reflect who you are now, not who you used to be or who the trends say you should be. After 50, style isn't about impressing others. It's about feeling like you again, confident, comfortable, and seen. So before you put something on tomorrow, ask yourself, does this feel like me? If not, it's time to let it go. If this message resonated with you, leave a comment that says, "I dress for the woman I am today." And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who deserves to feel just as radiant. You're not here to fade into the background, you're here to shine.